Unmute. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Something's not muted.
There's an echo.
Muted.
It's me. It's always me.
Now, hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk. I was about to say Thursday Night Fight. Welcome to Let's Talk Tactics Elite members. Let's Talk Tactics. Today we are going to be talking about the Indomitus RTT. So there's an RTT happening next week in Willenhall. Not this weekend, coming the following weekend. It will be after the 17th, first weekend. So it's the 22nd, I believe.
Yes, you're
Saturday the 22nd. Yeah. And basically, me and Dan are going.
I'm going to a tournament. I'm allowed out. I'm going to have a day off. He says that.
Whoa, day off.
I'm going to call him every 20 minutes.
Whoa. You need to do updates for elite members, updates in the Discord. It's no day off, son.
But that's what you do in a day.
Yeah.
Just social stuff, so that counts as a day off for me. For us people who work.
Oh yeah, you know what it means, man.
Oh man, I have to start at like 9 AM on that day. Guys, this is ridiculous.
Look at his massive toe sticking out.
Oh yeah, should we?
He's a mandrake, man.
Yeah,
he's a
so
mandrake.
Look at his toe.
Mandrakes have big toes, bro.
Yeah, but he's got like a massive toe.
Yeah, so before we
tiny feet and a massive toe.
Before we start, what are we all working on tonight? So...
Oh yes, so I am. These are the bases for my Raiders, guys. I've got some really nice bases. These are actually they're 60mm. What are these? Sector
Imperialis.
Yeah.
No, Sector Mechanicus.
Oh, sorry, Sector Mechanicus. Yes. So I've got Sector Mechanicus 60mm bases, and I'm putting stems on them because I think we had our Dark Eldar painted by Tim for us, and he chose to put them on Sector Mechanicus, which they look really cool.
It's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, but all the Venoms are on that kind of base as well, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. So I've got all the flying stands that the Raiders were on, and I just snipped the stem off and I put them on these ones, so they've actually got like proper bases rather than the crappy little skimmer ones that are see-through. And David's going to paint them for me so they won't look rubbish, basically. So I'm doing that, and I'm converting my Court of the Archon, guys. That's what I'm doing. It was David's idea. I've got Malusi, and I'm using the bottom half of the Malusi, the snake tails, and then the top half, David's bought me 4 lizard men, so I can actually have proper snakes on the top half. I think they're gonna look way better than the Slith model, aren't they? They look better than the Slith are too old, aren't they? They're rubbish models.
I think they look great. I don't know what everyone's problem is.
Yeah, but these new tails are way better than theirs.
Cool.
You know when you think about Slith, they must have a lisp, right?
Flith. I'm the Flith. Yeah, so bottom half Malusi, top half Salamander. They're going to look absolutely baller. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And what about you, Sol?
I am also working on bases. I am working on some cool rock sort of stone bases for my Orc Speed Freaks.
Oh, nice.
Because they're almost done. I've just got to finish the bases, so I'm working on those at the moment. Hopefully get most of them done tonight. Dan, what are you working on?
I'm going to attempt to build more than 2 flayed ones.
Oh yeah.
So we're going for 3.
Do what I did at home. Cut out all the bits for one.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking your advice.
Yeah.
And it's going
And
to fail.
David's working on some mandrakes.
You know what's funny? I built all my flayed ones with plastic glue, and it actually worked.
Yeah, plastic glue is ace. It's about time you came
Because
around.
I figured they are so flimsy, I'll actually go with the plastic glue.
So that is what we're all working on.
Oh, this is interesting.
So before we go on to the topic of Indomitus, so we see who's in chat.
Oh yes, who's in the chat?
Woz is here. Sylvester of Terror is here.
Hi guys.
David Cloyd's here. Barry's here. Rich is here.
Nice.
So
all the regular faces.
All the regulars are here.
That's good to hear. How is everyone? Everyone good?
Sylvester says, "Oh no, which one is Dan and which one's Simon?" Because they're both wearing orange shirts. I am Dan.
You haven't got our names on our shirts.
We actually have our names on our shirts.
Thought about this.
Yeah.
Oh, but which they can definitely see from that angle. Oh my god, you guys actually do look exactly the same. That's insane.
Simon looks older, that's the only difference.
Does he? I
am
think Dan
older.
looks older.
I'm older, but Dan looks more tired.
Yeah. These days, I look up to Dan as a granddad figure.
I think you look very handsome, sir.
Thanks, mate. You too. Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
I think you guys are clapped.
So Rich has been working on his lime green heavy intercessors, which I've seen. They look really, really good.
Oh yeah, they look cool, man. The heavy intercessors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. They look wicked, man.
We're done. Game's actually going to be 4 bases for 5 mandrakes.
Kind of them, yeah.
Very kind.
And Sylvester Terra has asked a question, which I think... Well, let's just do this now, because I think it's worth doing.
Go on.
What was your guys' most interest in the Warhammer Fest that we saw? So, we've... yeah.
I like the Primarch looking woman. She's wicked.
Oh yeah,
I
she was
don't
actually
think-
the most interesting thing.
Yeah, she's
Her
by
and the
far-
Storm Shield sisters, but they were the
I like her. I think she looks cool.
I was kind of disappointed with the Beast Snaggers. I was expecting to see a bit more from them.
It's 1 unit on the squig.
Yeah, it's cool to see. I can never remember seeing Zagstrog, the squig herder guy, back. I think that's kind of cool. It's gonna evolve. I don't understand. 'Cause he's like,
The character's back. The one with all the blue hair. Apparently, he was an old character.
yeah, it's from 2nd edition or something like 3rd
And
edition.
the Warboss
Wow,
with the mega
second
armor.
or third edition.
Yeah, he's an old. He's a special squig herder, and they talked about him being like super good with squigs and super good with like grots, but then they put him in an army box with no squigs and no grots.
Oh, okay.
You know, they got all these ball boys. I really want to see like the bikers be good, and I want to see Wazdacker come back. He was
I
my
would
favourite
love to see
character.
Wazdacker.
In 7th, I
Absolutely.
built an army around Wazdacker because he made all your bikes troops, and I bought so many bikes. I had 6 units of bikes, and then I just remember Dan laughing at me like a month later when the new old book came out,
Oh, yeah.
and Wazdacker wasn't even in the book anymore, and I was like, oh.
No, the thing is, you did that. You did that, and then you went from that, and then you bought 3 Imperial Knights and 3 Wraith Knights. And then, because it was called the Pacific Rim List,
yeah.
And I remember being on holiday. I think I was in Ibiza, and I went out and I went to connect to the Wi-Fi in the lobby. And then I was reading through the news, and a lot of the news, it was like I think it was a new codex or something dropped, which made them super heavy, so he couldn't run it anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't run it anymore.
And I just remember pissing myself laughing in the middle of it, and the receptionist looking at me like, "What the hell's so funny?"
I build them all because back then you could have your knights in a detachment with 3 big knights, but then the Wraith Knights were heavy support.
They were all heavy support.
So I could have an autarch, 2 little units of bikes, and 3. Because bikes were troops, weren't they?
Yeah.
So I had HQ and 2 troops, and then just 3 Wraith Knights, and I built them all, painted them all, used them for one day RTT, and then they changed the whole thing. And he was just pissing himself because he was like, "That's 2 armies in a row now." I was so annoyed, so
I don't remember
annoyed.
you being afraid to pick another army.
Yeah, oh man, I was
Whatever
just like,
pick's gonna
no.
get dirt.
I'm gonna be controversial and say like the best thing I saw from the Warhammer Fest wasn't even 40k or Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
My favourite thing of there was the Aeronautica Eldar.
Yeah,
That's my favourite.
Yeah.
That was actually my favourite thing in the whole thing because I've been waiting to get into Aeronautica because I wanted to wait for Eldar, and then they're coming. I'm like,
I like Gort's Ghost actually.
I was just about to say, I was like,
Ghost.
I really like that sister character thing, but the Gaunt Ghost thing was my favourite thing from it.
yeah, the sister's Lord of Terror character is ridiculous.
Yeah, she
and now
looks
we've seen some
wicked.
rules for her. Yeah, she's pretty.
He looks wicked.
It is. So that's basically all of our stuff. What did you like from Warhammer Fest? Nothing.
Oh no, I loved the all the undead stuff other than the characters. I hate the new vampire lords. I hate the new big vampire lord characters.
Oh,
But
the
I
guy
love-
that's half
but-
like a dragon thing.
Yeah, but I love skeletons. I
he's
love the
sick.
zombies. I love the dire wolves and everything.
Yeah.
The Blood Knights, the new Blood Knights.
The werewolf guy is pretty cool. Oh, I like Kragnos. I like the big
Yeah,
centaur
Kragnos.
guy.
The
I think he
beast
would.
one.
I might get him to put in my my Gargant list because it could be quite fun.
And they leaked that iOS 3 will have a new starter box, and they show Cities of Sigmar guys, so normal guys, and being surrounded by beasts and stuff. So new starter box might be Cities of Sigmar, and they might rework them. So
That'd be
actually be
cool.
like Empire.
Yeah, like proper Empire.
Oh,
I
come
love
back,
that.
yeah,
I
that'd be good.
always
Could
played
you imagine
Empire.
if the Steam Tank came back?
It's still
That'd be
in.
so cool.
Oh,
still in.
you know you
It's
talk
just
about the
different.
Russian
that'd be
hat
so
lady.
cool.
It's Kislev. That's who it
Ulrika.
was.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Well, there's a werewolf lord riding a wolf.
Oh
But
yeah.
she's got like a big Russian hat, and I
Yeah,
couldn't
a big
remember
Russian
where it
one,
was
yeah.
in the old
Kislev.
world. It was Kislev.
Kislev.
Yeah, so she's basically an old Kislev person. Right. So I'm going to take a step back now because these guys are going to talk about competitive stuff.
Should we start with Dan?
So
Yeah, let's start with Dan.
So we'll start with Dan.
No.
Yeah.
So
we'll
you're
make
going
you wait
to-
until what you've actually tuned into watch.
Yeah.
So if we talk about this first, and then make you wait to hear what man he's taking to it.
Yeah. So you're going
first
to
of
the
all,
so you're going
well,
to the
I'm building
Indomitus one. So do you want
mandrakes,
to talk
so
about
what
the
do
actual
you-
tournament? Yeah. So yeah, do you guys want to talk about the actual tournament you're going to?
Yeah, so this is the thing. So we're going to the Indomitus RTT. It's a cool name, Indomitus RTT.
Mm-hmm.
It is sold out. 24 spots, all gone. It's at Borden-Brum. How cool is that? It's on Ezekiel Lane.
No.
How cool is that? How cool is
Oh,
that?
that was a song. When they were looking round, that was a
Unit
sign,
2, the ERA Industrial Estate, Ezekiel Lane.
No,
That's so
amazing.
cool, that is. WV12, that's round the corner from my house.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
called
true.
Borden-Brum, but it's actually
WV12.
Walsall.
It's in
isn't it?
Willenhall, yeah. I think it's in Willenhall, Walsall, yeah. So basically it's that, and you've got 3 games, and I've got the list of entrants here. They've updated the list of entrants. Matt Judge is going, the lad who bought 12 nights to play on Thursday Night
Matt
Fight.
Judge, yeah.
So that's cool. Matt Judge is going. Who else have we got? Nick McDade's going.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Jason Roberts is going.
Yeah. One of the locals here.
Yeah. Rob Madeley's going.
Oh wow, okay.
And then me and you. And
Is
I
Jason
don't recognise
trying
the
to
rest of the
dodge me?
names, but there's like 6 people there that we know.
That's cool.
That's good.
Is Jason trying to dodge me? He's not going to the other one that we go.
It's good. That's wicked.
Because then
I like
Jason's coming to our tournament
The day after. Yeah. So that's going to be cool, man.
Jason's on it.
Oh yeah, he's going to be on it now. Now
Oh,
tournaments
grudge
are
him,
back,
man.
he's going to
Grudge
be
him.
on it.
Yeah, grudge him in.
Good Jim.
Right then,
So, yeah, that's what
I'll
I'm
talk to you
taking.
what I've got.
Yeah.
I'm going for Ravenwing. It's all Ravenwing. I've got 2 Talon Masters. One has the Rights of War, which means he makes things obsec around him, and Arbiter's Gaze, which means he always hits on the 2+. The other Talon Master has Imperium Sword, which is like a relic sword that takes over a power sword.
Nope.
No?
It's a warlord trait.
Yeah,
No,
Imperial
wait.
Sword is
Oh
Warlord trait.
yeah. Oh yeah, his Warlord trait is Imperium Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
but
1
that's
attack
not
and
his
strength.
His sword is heavy.
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense, does it? Yeah, Imperium Sword is the Warlord trait, which is like +1 strength
Yeah,
attack.
Imperium
He
Sword
is
is
the Imperium Sword.
Yeah, and then he's got the Heavenfall Blade.
He's got
which
all
is
the
relic.
swords.
Yeah. It just makes him cool to go in and sort some little unit out or something that's on the sides. I've got an Ravenwing Apothecary, obviously.
Why would
he's super apothecary? You know, of course.
Oh, super.
And,
super.
He's got the
Yeah, go.
he's got the reliquary of the what have we got? Reliquary of the Repentance.
Reliquary of the
or something like
Repentance.
Yeah, Reliquary of the
that. Yeah,
Repentant.
the 5 of him would one. That's what that is. Then I've got 3 units of 3 Ravenwing bikers and a unit of 3 Outriders to go out there because they're obsec because they're Ravenwing, so they go out there and take loads of objectives off people. And then I've got 3 units of 2 attack bikes, all with multi-melters.
Baller.
Because for some stupid reason, attack bikes are cool. So they will be rerolling ones to hit from Sammy, which is coming up in a minute, and rerolling ones to wound from the Talon Masters.
For 50 points.
Yeah, for 50 points, which is
They're really good.
Which is pretty good. It's good. It's good range threat. People won't like that.
Best thing, guys, the
Points
reason
difference.
why you
Wait,
take them in
please.
units of 2 is they have 8 wounds between them. Now, if you leave 1 attack bike live on 1 wound, the whole squad goes to full strength.
Yep.
Because the one that's on 1 wound will heal to 4 automatically, and the other one will come back on full wound. How insane is that, right? You leave 1 guy on a wound and the whole squad's back. That's why they're really dangerous. If you go for them, you have to kill the whole. You have to know that you're going to kill the whole squad.
There's Marines. Then got Samael. I've got Ezekiel on foot, the Psyker, running around because he's got the broken reroll.
Imagine if you had the bike.
Reroll hits. and
Could
wounds
you imagine
power.
if Ezekiel was on a bike?
I've got 3 units of Servitors to play the mission, and then I've got 2 units of 5 Black Knights, all with Corvus hammers, to just launch into things and be a menace.
Corvus Hammers are really good now, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
Imagine
that's what I think you need Ezekiel in there because they're strength 5 -1 flat 2 damage.
And you could turn on the assault doctor, can't you, to be -2.
To just go in there and with rerolls to wound, and then you get rerolls to hit from Sammy as well if you really want. So, yeah, I think
Because that's the thing you put rerolls to hit on from Sammy, don't you? You always put it on like a squad of Black Knights that are going to go in.
Yeah. and then they get rerolls. They reroll everything to hit with their plasma shots, and then they'll charge in and just reroll everything.
And then you give them righteous repugnance, and they charge and kill stuff and fall back and run.
Yeah, and then they can fall back. They can just be a menace. They can stand there and block people. They can take objectives off people.
And then random Imperial Knights runs in and kills the Talonmaster.
And then that could very well happen.
Oh, God.
So it's I just really like the look of it. I think it could potentially really suit my play style. I like MSU. I like the kind of the speed of it, and it's got a few tricks.
It's like running a White Scars list, but the bikes are useful.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
the definition of this list playstyle is pain in the ass.
Yeah,
it's just
It's points denial, and
it is how White Scars should play.
Yeah.
It is how White Scars should play.
But
it
the bikes are
properly
bad
feels
with
like
White
Ravenwing. Do you know what I mean? It has a Raven, like the Ravenwing feel is all there. This is like what you would expect Ravenwing to act like on the battlefield. Is well cool.
I'm glad that Ravenwing is like a really good usable force, because it was always my favourite part of the Dark Angels army.
They're well cool, man.
I'm glad Ravenwing is actually Ravenwing, like bikes.
Yeah. It's all bikes
Not like
stuff.
the bikes are not the best thing in.
Ravenwing was it's Talon Masters.
Yeah, that's it. So how does it work then, Dan? What are you planning on doing with this? Secondaries and stuff like that?
So secondaries, you take Death on the Wind.
Death on the Wind.
Always, because it's stupid. Nice. You get 2 points for every enemy unit you kill with a Ravenwing unit. So
it's insane.
Everything in my army apart from Ezekiel. So that's pretty crazy.
And it's in the perfect category as well. It's in the no mercy, no respite category. Mm-hmm. Same as While We Stand. That's insane.
So I always take that one, and then you definitely want to take like Domination or something like that, because you've got such a huge footprint, and you've got with the Warlord trait and the Ravenwing bikes being obsec, you can take objectives whenever you want stuff. That's really good.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, I mean, you could Bring It Down to kind of double up with the Death on the Wind, it's called. Yeah. You could double up with Death on the Wind. You could I could do banners, because I've got loads of servitor units hanging around at the back, and it's quite a bit of a pressure army. And there's loads of options you got with secondaries, and it's quite not, because normally you're always searching for that third one, but you've actually got like a choice of different ones to take.
Ones that you want to take.
Mm-hmm. Which is quite.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Found before.
Class. What do you think you're going to struggle against? That's the question, isn't it? What do you think you're going to struggle against, and what do you think you do well against?
Smash everything.
I'm going to smash everything.
How confident are you with Drakari?
Yeah, easy.
Just
go first. Send a unit of Black Knights in and kill 4 Venoms.
That's it.
Oh, kill a Raider.
4 Raiders, yeah.
No, a Raider.
No, 4 of them.
I love it. The confidence is all there.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You can feel the buzz off that. So what do all your relics do? What's this reliquary with the repentant thing?
Yeah, you turn an inv into a 5-up. Obvs. No, you it's on the apothecary, and he can. Don't forget the apothecary can move like 32 inches if he wants. Yeah. He moves 14. Auto advance is 6 to get to 20, and then you can spend a CP, and then they can move an extra 12 inches.
Is the apothecary on a bike?
Yes. That's the most. Yeah. That's why he is the most broken super apothecary. And he flies out, and then within 3 inches he can. Invuns can't be better than a 5-up around him.
That's so good, that is, man.
Yeah, and then the attack bikes with the multi-melters and the Black Knights with all the plasma. Just shoot stuff. Kill it.
Just destroy
Kill it dead.
Kill it dead.
Well, you were talking to me about it being super good against Mortarian specifically.
Yeah, man. Things like that, like Mortarian, Big Chicken. Imagine that. Oh, I've got a 3-up invern. Nope. No, you got a 5-up invern, mate. Big Chicken would just go down so easy. Magnus. People run up with Magnus with a 3-up invern. You're like, nope, sorry, mate. 5-up invern.
Magnus, Vanguard Vets.
Vanguard Vets. That's the big one for me. Vanguard Vets.
Blade
I think that's the one.
Terminators. Everything's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good against Death Guard in general, because Death Guard all have that diseased 4-up Terminator armor, don't they? Mm-hmm. So putting all those on 5 invers, I think it's so good, man. It's so useful.
Yeah, and then you've got the Heavenfall Blade, which I don't even know what it does.
Oh,
it just makes you. It's +1 strength.
It's got gives you +2 strength.
Oh, okay.
And it's -4 flat 2 damage, and it gives you an extra attack. But then Imperium Sword gives you another strength and another attack. So you're like, oh, he's got 3 attacks, 4 on the charge, 5 for the relic, 6 for the warlord trait. He's just a beast. You're like, he's got 6 attacks, and he's strength 7 minus 4, 2 damage. And you're like, he'll go in. So basically, the idea with that guy is he'll go in and he'll kill a little unit off an objective, and then he'll use that 2 CP strat, won't he, and jump back into your bubble. I think that's insane. Yeah. That's so useful.
And that's the main downfall. The main downfall with the list is that it doesn't have the CPs really to run it properly tricksy.
It's like the only problem that you have, right?
Yeah, a lot of the CP, you start with 6, and you start with 5, and then you get +1 in turn 1, so you go up to 6, and then a lot of the Ravenwing strats are 2 CP, so they don't last very long.
Yeah, and you use them all at once. That's the thing, right? So
yeah, if you go first, you can just blow 6 CP and move them before the game. Oh no, I've just broken apart. Damn it.
No.
Yeah, move them before the game, and then you can charge in, and then you can hit stuff and then run out before it gets to heat back.
Yeah, man.
So like with the rerolls to hit and wounds, like having that threat turn 1, I think is great.
And weapons for the Dark Age as well, right?
Yeah.
2 CP, all 3 strats. You could quite easily use them all, couldn't you?
Depending on the terrain of this place, I mean, it's very, very likely.
Well, from my experience, every tournament that's not like a big ITC event is pretty scarce with terrain, one way or another. Because, usually the terrain is more of scenic rather than competitive.
Yeah.
So you find loads of angles.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be quite competitive terrain, because when you've got competitive terrain, it always makes for better games, doesn't it? It always makes you have to engage each other if there's quite a bit of lost blocking, which I think is good. I think that's good for the game. I don't like it when one army can just sit at the back and shoot the other army.
I think until 9th edition, my entire life I played gun lines, so I hate terrain, so I don't mind.
Yeah, that's it. I don't like gun lines, man. I don't like gun lines.
I think the game's evolved from the gun line, which is good. Because I think last edition gun lines were very, very oppressive. And
yeah, I think it's all
nice
on the terrain at tournaments. I genuinely think it's all on the terrain, because if there's not enough terrain, then a gun line army becomes king again, right? Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter how much thingies on the board, right? It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how well you play the mission at that point.
No.
If there's no terrain, if you could just be freely shot, you know what I mean? Like, because like we were saying before, like gun lines, they kill you over time, but you've normally racked up enough points by the time you die, which is fine. Yeah. But not like if there's no terrain, you'll have one turn of racking points, they'll wipe you off, and then they'll go out and get all the objectives.
Yeah. It's not really about no terrain. If you look
I think it's about having a good balance of terrain.
Yeah,
I think.
Because if you look at LGTs until now, they always have the same setup.
Yeah,
and on LGT, but the gun lines love it, because I played gun lines and you just go, okay, the objective is in the middle and 2 on the side.
Yep.
So you just go, okay, I'm gonna angle in this quarter and I can see everything I need to see. So you go on the objectives, you die. You don't go on the objective, you lose the game.
That's the thing, man. You need to have quite a bit of lost blocking in the right places. I think.
Was in chat says he hears Dan wants to grudge him at a tournament. Don't know what he's done to deserve that.
Oh, do I? Well, I will.
He's alright then, was you want it, bro? You want it, bro? You want it, bro?
He's also said happy birthday to Vic. Yes, it is Vic.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Vic.
So, it is Vic's birthday.
Yeah, it is Vic's
yeah,
happy birthday to Vic.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mate.
Right, Manny.
Oh yes. Yes.
You're taking.
We're talking about my list today.
Yeah,
I'm taking Tau. I'm taking Tau, yeah, because.
GT the Cult, yeah?
Yeah, GT the Cult. No, I'm taking Tau because I feel like I need to give people an advantage, and it's just I think it's fair. Makes the game fair. Yeah.
I'm building Vespits.
No, yeah, guys, I'm taking Drakari. Of course, I'm taking Drakari. I was talking to Dan about it actually, and I was like, "Oh mate, you love the elves, don't you want to take Drakari?" He was like, "Oh well, if you want them," and I was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll take them." Yeah, cool. You shouldn't have said that, mate. You shouldn't have said that. So basically, I'm using the Drakari, and the list is absolutely disgusting.
You've got the fluffy list, don't you?
Yeah, I got a fluffy list, pure fluffy list. All that deploys on the board, guys, is 7 raiders. That's it. How fluffy is that? How
It's
much?
a proper raiding party.
Yeah, it's a proper raiding party.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it's savage. I've got a Blackheart patrol. That's it's basically just because it makes all of my raiders stupidly accurate, right? I mean, having a one-shot gun on the front of your raider with a reroll is so reliable. Hitting on 3s with a reroll.
It's a flat reroll, right?
Yeah, you get one reroll to hit with every unit in your army, and they only have one shot, so it's perfect. So I genuinely fully took it only for that reason. Vect is just a nice side product. It's just a bonus. Yeah. You get to use it for free, and it makes somebody not want to use one of their strats.
Yeah, like Imperial Knights.
Yeah, imagine like Raven, and they use that strat, and you're like, cool, next time you do that, it's 4 CP.
Yeah.
And they just can't do it again in the game. It's insane, you know. Like, there's so many things like that. I think that are very important. I think a good one as well is like, the apothecary. First time somebody's apothecary brings something back for free, you go, nice. That's going to cost you 1 from now on. And then every turn they bring someone back, they at least have to pay a CP. You know, I think that there's some there's some nice things you can do with it, and you go, that's cost me nothing. But now it's going to cost you 1 every single turn. So I think it's nice to have it in your back pocket.
Really solid.
So that was just a nice side product. And then I have an Archon in that detachment. He's not the Master Archon. He's not the Master Archon. I didn't really want a Master Archon. I don't think it's that useful fighting twice with him. He does have the Jin Blade though, because it's just a wicked rare. He's got 7 attacks. Jin Blade gives you 2 extra, doesn't it? So he's got 7 attacks with the Jin Blade. So averagely, you should get 1 miss, right? Hitting on 2s. But he gets 1 reroll because he's Blackheart. So you should get 7 out of 7 hits, really. And he's strength 5 minus 3 damage. It's nice to just have that in your back pocket. But I've given him the Ancient Evil Warlord trait, which is in the fight phase, he picks 1 enemy unit within engagement range of him. That unit can't fight until after all of the enemy units have... So it's fight last. And it's the new fight last, so it's really powerful. I love him, and he's basically, you've got him, and then you've got 2 units of 5 Cavalry Warriors. They're there because, of course, their objective's secured, so they help me play the mission, but mainly they're there because I need to take 6 Blackheart Raiders. So I need 6 units in this detachment to allow me to take 6 Raiders. So the Archon is 1, then I have 2 units of 5 Cavalry Warriors. They're literally there to play the mission because their objective's secured. Then I have 2 units of 5 Mandrakes because they're... Blades for hire, they can go in that detachment. So I've got 2 units of 5 Mandrakes. They start in reserve. They are literally there to play the mission for me, all just for scramblers. I can scramble. I can start 1 unit on the board if I want. And this is mean, man, because they've got this thing called fade away. So once per game, they can go back into reserve and come back down. So you start a unit of Mandrakes on the board and the other one in reserve. So turn 1, you scramble in your own deployment zone with the one on the board. And then turn 2, they fade away and the other one comes down mid-board and gets it. And then turn 3, the ones that faded away come back in and get it for you. So you're basically guaranteed scramblers, right? I think that's really powerful.
If you write the list, if you have an opportunity for cheap to just 100% do scramblers without wasting a unit, that's like huge.
I think that's perfect. 150 points those 2 units cost me, and they basically guarantee me 10 points in the game. Yeah. So I've got those. And then after they're done getting me points in turn 3, they can just go around doing mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So they're cool. I really like them. They're really cool. So that's 5 units. And then I can't remember the other unit in that detachment.
Alliance?
In the Blackheart detachment. Oh! Court of the Archon.
Oh, yes.
The Court of the Archon. They are savage, everyone. 4 Slith with 3 attacks each at strength 5 minus 2. And then 4 Urgul with 6 attacks on one. How mad is that? They charge. They get 6 attacks on the charge. Strength 4 minus 1 damage, and they're 16 points.
Yeah, for the points.
And they've got 3 wounds with a 5 will feel no pain.
Yeah.
That's silly. And the Slith also have got 3 wounds with a 5 will feel no pain. That Court of the Archon is bonkers. 8 of them, all with 3 wounds each, all with 5 will feel no pain, bucket tons of attacks in combat, and the unit is 130 points.
Yeah, it's crazy for its points.
So that's the 6 units in that Blackheart Patrol, and that lets me take 6 Raiders with Dark Lances. So we've got 6 Raiders with Dark Lances in there. And then after that, I have a Dark Technomancer's Patrol. Now that's nasty as well. So I've got Drazar in there because he's the HQ in there because he's a Blade for Hire. He doesn't need to, he doesn't break anyone's thing. So you've got Blades for Hire in there. Then I've got 2 units of 7 Incubi in that detachment as well. and my 3 troop squads are, I have 2 units of 5 racks, because you can take 2 liquefiers in a unit of 5. So I have 2 units of 5, and they've got 4 liquefier guns between them. And then I have 1 unit of 10 racks, just so they've got 3 liquefier guns in there as well. And the liquefier guns are nasty. So basically, in Dark Technomancers, what you can do, you have all your guns. When you shoot, you can choose to enhance all the weapons in your squad. Now, if you do, every time you roll a 1 to hit, you take a mortal wound on your squad. But it gives you +1 to wound and +1 damage on the guns in your unit. And that's perfect on guns that don't roll to hit, because you can never roll a 1 to hit. So, you know, it's okay taking more wounds on 1s to hit if you never have to roll to hit. So you come up with these flamers, and they're 12-inch. You know the worst thing about it? They're assault.
Yes.
So the raider that they're in can advance 20 inches up the board and then shoot 12 from that tip of the shock prow.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, and it does damage as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. So think about it, guys. The raider that's got 2 units of racks in, that's got 4d6 shots. 4d6, that averages what, 14? No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, flamers. So they just, imagine that. They go up and they go, okay, so I've got 14 hits on you. And then you go, okay, I'm going to enhance my weapons now, so I'm +1 to wound. They're strength 4. So imagine hitting Vanguard. Now, Vanguard are one of the best units in the game right now. You hit them and you go, right, I've got 14 hits on you. I'm wounding you on 3s now. So you go, there you go, take 10 saves. And then -2 flat 2. Yeah. For 5 points. Then -2 flat 2. So you go, all right, you failed 5 saves, it's 5 Vanguard dead. That's more than the points of both of my rack squads together. 5 Vanguard veterans, man. That's silly, isn't it? And then you go, oh, the Vanguard veterans are charging me. Yep, cool, take another 2d6. Overwatch. It's mental, isn't it? I think they're horrible. For an OBSEC troop, they're your basic OBSEC troop, and then they've got those stupid guns in them.
Nobody wants to charge that unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants to charge that.
Exactly. And that's why I've got the 1 10-man squad as well, because that 10-man squad can get out onto an objective, bully all the little units off it, and if a nice big combat squad like that runs over, because I figured the only things that are fast enough to get to them in combat that people are taking now are things like Vanguard veterans, aren't they? And they come over and they decide to charge you, and you go, here you go, that's my big unit, so you can take 3d6 hits on the Overwatch, and you just lose half your squad on the way in. Yeah. It's so nasty, I think. And also, the reason why I've got a big squad, guys, is because, remember that strat, Dan? There's a strat that costs 2 CP? No, it's 2 CP for racks, innit? And 1 CP for Talos. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the way, yeah. So I've got this strat that costs me 1 CP on a 10-man rack unit. Gives me full rerolls to hit. Is it just wound or hit and wound?
It's wound.
Wound. It gives me full rerolls to wound, man. So imagine that, turn 3, they jump out, they move, they advance, they shoot because their flamers are assault, and then they charge. I think they have 3 attacks a model, you know, racks. They've got 3 attacks a model. They'll be...
2, isn't it?
Maybe with liquefiers it's less, because I bet with the whip it's more.
I'm not sure.
It's 2. They won't have 3 attacks.
Yeah, I think witches only have 2 basic as well.
Oh, no, they don't.
They changed them, I think.
Yeah, witches have 3 base.
Oh,
I believe racks have 2 base, but then the rack blade is like a marine chainsaw.
Oh, okay.
So it's -1 and gives you an extra attack. It's something like that. I remember reading it going, oh my god, this is just bollocks. This is just bonkers. Yeah, they have 2 attacks base and a rack blade. Oh no, rack blade. What?
I'm sure I remember.
Yeah. They have 2 attacks each. And then the rack blade. Oh yeah, it doesn't give them anything extra. Basically, it's a poison weapon. So they're strength 3, but they're always winning on 4s. And then they're -1 damage. But the cool thing about it is they get 21 attacks from that squad. And then in turn 3, they hit on 2s, right? So you got like 21 attacks. You're hitting on 2s. You're wounding on 4s with full rerolls. Doesn't matter what you're hitting because of poison. And it's -1 AP. And that's after you've shot them with those liquefier guns.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of... And for 1 CP, full rerolls to wound is nasty.
Yeah.
Like, they will total stuff. And that's a 110-point troop squad. They're all OBSEC. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, they're toughness 4 with a 5 up feel no pain. 6 up invuln and a 5 up feel no pain. They are still toughness 4, yeah.
Oh, can they be toughness 5 around the Urian?
Yeah, around. Yeah, but I don't have any homunculus in my army. So that's them basically. You got them. That's that detachment, and then my final detachment is another. It's another patrol, but it's a Cult of Strife. Is it called? I think it's a Cult of Strife patrol, and that's because I've got the the broken succubus. So I've got the broken succubus. She has been FAQ'd by the TO, so that her second round of attacks can't generate any more. So basically, you roll all your attacks. She gets a second round of attacks.
Oh, stream's
but then
gone.
that's it. They can't.
Stream's gone apparently.
They can't generate any further attacks.
Can you guys still hear us?
Oh, it's just Discord reconnecting. Like the stream is fine on YouTube, it's just Discord. So you can't connect.
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, I don't know if they can even hear us. Probably not.
It's connecting to Discord.
David will sort it.
No, it's the Discord. Sometimes like the Discord servers just go.
Oh, okay.
It's not like our internet.
They go
Our
what? Sorry,
internet is
David.
fine.
They just go.
So yeah, there's no errors on stream.
Yeah, see, it's just connecting in here.
Gaz says his is working, but he wishes it wasn't listening to that Dark Eldar list.
It's nasty, isn't it? That Dark Eldar
I
list.
know how to do it. Let's just do this.
It's pretty bollocks, mate.
David's got an idea. It's okay, people.
I don't know if they can hear us.
Don't, they can't. Can I swear now?
Well, you can try. So you go into server settings and you change the.
Yeah, Dan sounded very enthusiastic about your army, isn't it? You're looking forward to using them, are you?
I just hope it works how I imagine it works.
He's just so let down now. You're like, just don't get your hopes up. Let's just wait and see what happens at the event.
Oh, what is going on with this?
Come on, Discord server.
So, Dan, what are you expecting from this list? I'm expecting nothing. I'm expecting it to let me down.
No,
I'm
no.
expecting nothing, and I'm still going to be disappointed.
That's like, I'm expecting for the list to totally not work the way that I want it to work.
So people can still watch us on YouTube. It's just Discord. I need to restart Discord.
Can everyone hear?
Stupid
Yeah, on the
Discord.
YouTube they can.
Stupid.
Is it streaming on YouTube? Is it?
Yeah, because our internet is fine. Is the Discord?
Shall I direct people to YouTube?
Nah, just tell them give us 2 minutes.
Yeah, just give us 2 minutes, guys. David's just
I fix.
reconnecting.
Guys, if you
These
can
ghouls
hear
are
us, can you just let us know in the chat, please?
These ghouls look sick, you know, Dan. They look wicked. They look better than the Urgul thing.
Oh yeah, the Eagles look crap.
These look sick.
I agree.
These look awesome. I've kept one Urgul though. Because he had 5, so I sold 4 in the... Did 4 in the trading centre and I kept 1 Urgul. Because I'm like, just in case someone's like, oh, these are a bit small. I can put the actual Urgul down and be like, they're not as small as him, mate.
Gaz is watching us on the website. Farron's working on the website.
Oh, it's working on the website.
Yeah, because that's
cool.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So that'll be working. Let's see, pop out this.
I have no idea if I've put this flayed one together right, because he doesn't look right.
He doesn't look right. What about him doesn't look
He
right?
looks like a hunchback.
They are hunched
Yeah,
over.
they are a bit hunched.
No, I mean his back plate just doesn't seem to go on right.
Quasimodo.
Like the shoulder pads, they go on separately, and they just don't seem to go on flush.
No, that doesn't look right.
Doesn't look right, does it? But
Just call
that's
him.
where it
Call him
goes.
Quasimodo. Quasimodo.
Just after the first spike. That's where he goes.
No idea. Oh, look for a picture on your phone so you can compare it. But I don't know. It looks okay actually.
Can I have a plastic loop you, Dan? I've cut all my dudes. Cut all my dudes.
Rich, if you can hear us, that heavy intercessor looks awesome, man.
Yeah, the heavy intercessors look wicked,
Sick.
bro. Yeah, he put a picture of his squad.
Yeah,
Oh,
just posted
nice.
that
Just that looks cool. Rich, that looks cool, bro. What is it with you and green? Why is the wall behind you all green as well?
No, the server is not happy.
I'm halfway through last stream already.
Nice.
So if we end it now, you'll have failed.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not working, so you're actually 100% worse off now.
You're 100% worse than what you did last week, Dan.
Squad 5. Come on, baby.
I love that. You're aspiring to build 3 flayed ones.
See, I love the fact that he's like, yeah, I'm building flayed ones. I'm taking Ravenwing.
Ravenwing have been done for him, that's why.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
David's hard at work, man.
David won't pay my Necrons because he's being selfish.
Yeah, he's only painting his own Necrons.
I can change it here. It's just the Discord servers must be on maintenance or something. Because it keeps connecting, I just can't connect to it.
Guys, if you can hear us, you can go to our website and just view it there rather than
Let me post
Discord.
the YouTube link real quick into Discord.
Oh yeah, post the YouTube link into the Discord.
Yeah.
Because the servers must be on maintenance. There we go. There we go. So we can just continue because I suppose the servers just need to go back to normal.
Yeah, that's cool.
And in the meantime, it's still all live.
Nice. Can they hear me now? Can I keep talking?
Oh, they can still hear you all the
They
time.
can still hear us, but the video stream is basically down. So
Okay.
Go to the bathroom and be right back.
Yeah, right, guys. So basically, then I've got the third patrol. So I've got the awesome succubus in there. Now, well, she's awesome if you're using her. Not so awesome on the other side. But yeah, she's been FAQ'd by the TOs to the way that it most definitely should be. Basically, you get a second round of attacks for every attack that doesn't make it past your opponent's save. You get another round of attacks, but that round of attacks cannot then generate further attacks. So, she only gets one extra round of attacks, basically. And that definitely is the way it should be.
what, instead of automatically causing 20 damage?
Yeah. So, I mean, my luck, someone will just fail on one of those go around. And I'll be like, yeah, cool. Didn't even need a second lot of attacks.
Playing
Just
Dan for
wasting
round
my
one.
time.
Yeah, he's just wasting my time. Oh, what a wasted warlord trait.
Can you imagine like doing like one wound goes through with all your raiders on the Imperial Knight, does like 4 damage, and then you go, oh yeah, just take 20 damage and I'll kill it on my own.
With a succubus, yeah. It's bonkers, isn't it? So, yeah, so she has been a...
Succubus going and doing 20 damage to an Imperial.
Because you're like, oh...
I would cry.
Yeah,
Can
because
you imagine?
I was in a chat the other day and someone was saying that. Someone was like, oh, it's okay if you've got a vehicle, like an Imperial Knight or something, though, because she's poison 2+ with that whip. That means she wounds vehicles on a 6. And I'm like, yeah, but until she rolls 10 6s and you fail 10 saves, she just keeps getting extra attacks. And they were like, oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, as is written right now, she just does 22.
Rules as written, she does that, but that's the thing, man.
No
It's
idea.
been done the
Who
way
is
that it
using
should be
that
done.
rules as written? What sort of fool have you got to be?
All the guys in America,
Yeah,
apparently.
that whole tournament in
All
America,
times
that
at
massive
once.
240-man tournament, they
That's
did it that way.
idiotic. Honest to God, that baffles me.
It is crazy, isn't it? It is crazy.
It's a very odd one.
The fact that the people who have ruled of that are even clever enough to get out of bed in the morning, let alone run a tournament.
Yes,
Baffles
that's
me.
the thing. It should be the way that this guy's said.
Well,
right?
rules is written.
it should be the way that this TO's ruled it. So that's quite cool. But I'm still taking it anyway because I still think a second round of attacks is bonkers.
Yeah, it is.
For a 75-point
bonkers,
model, it's
yeah.
ridiculously
Yeah.
powerful.
And yeah, that brings me on to my next point. Exactly what Simon's just said there. She's 75 points, not 60, because she's a master succubus. Now, she doesn't need to be. I can just make her 60 points and have her as a regular succubus, but for 15 points, having the show stealer ability is just bonkers. So for 15 points, she can consolidate 6 inches and in any direction.
Oh no, you can chat on Discord because Simon is still reading the Discord chat.
Yes, I'm still on the Discord, so if you chat there, I can respond to you there. Just it makes it a bit easier because I don't have consolidated chats on my phone, unfortunately.
So yeah, that's absolutely bonkers, guys. She just goes in there and she's like, all right, I've got I'm going to get like this many hits, this many wounds, and then you go through this many saves, whatever. Oh, 5 of them fail to go completely through. I get 5 extra attacks. That's better than any other Warlord trait, right?
Yes.
I think. Better than any other Warlord trait.
I think it's great, just on its own.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just having a second round of attacks.
People are using it.
Yeah, just having a second round of attacks is bonkers anyway. Because the amount of times you go in there with a really cool character like that, and you just roll 3 1s or something, and then you roll another 1 to wound or something, you're like, oh, that's ruined. But at least you get a second chance.
But that's even better because you can roll amazing and he passes all the saves. But no, it's after he passes the saves, you get the attacks.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, for 15 points. For 15 points, being able to consolidate 6 inches in any direction after you fight is bonkers. So she's a master succubus just for that ability. So basically she runs in there, she got all these attacks, and then the relic I've given her is the triptych whip. So she gets +3 attacks again, and she gets, what's his name? She's poison 2+. I think that's bonkers. And she's -2 damage?
Yeah.
-2 flat 2 damage. She's bonkers, man. So the way that I've built her is she has 6 attacks base, +3 from her relic, and then +1 because I give her the +1 attack combat drug. So she got 10 attacks, man. 10 attacks hitting on 2s, on 2s.
That 6-inch
Bonkers, isn't it?
consolidate
Yep.
is actually ridiculous because
because it's in any so you go
any
in,
direction.
you hit them, and then you come out and you go right now because she's fragile as hell.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a 4 up invuln, but she's toughness 3 with 4 wounds or 5 wounds, something like that. So she runs in, she goes, I've killed half your squad, and then you've killed me. Cool. But now this way, she goes in there, she kills half your squad, she jumps back behind the wall and goes, now in your turn, you have to spend your turn dealing with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't kill me in my turn, then go off and do something else. You've got to kill me in your own turn now. I think that's so powerful.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
That's so powerful.
Or you run back behind a unit of incubi.
Yeah.
And go, if you want to charge me, you're going to fight that.
I'm thinking if somebody comes with like space wolves and wolf, cavalry, something like that. You go in there, you kill like 3 cavalry guys, and then you go, I'm going to consolidate 6 inches up this building. Good luck.
Yeah. 6 inches, up 2 levels. Come on then, Thunderwolves. Come and get me.
I'll be happy if she went up the building because then I can fight her. If she goes 6 inches away, you can fight.
You can't fight her if she goes up the building? If she goes 6 inches
No,
up,
it's 5
it's only...
inches reach.
Exactly, but she goes 6.
She goes 6.
Well, if you have the building to do it.
If there's 2 levels.
Yeah,
she
there's
just
2
goes
levels. She goes up.
straight
You
up.
can't get me a cavalry. Can't go to the
How
building.
mental is that?
See, that's hilarious. Because that's so
insane,
ridiculous.
man.
Because then you've still got to deal with it. Because then she'll just avoid.
That's
She'll
when
just
she
go,
comes into her element. When you've got expensive units like that have got like the biker or cavalry keyword, that's when she comes into her element, man. Imagine that. She runs up to Thunderwolf cavalry and hits some wounds on 2s. And puts them on their 4 up invuln. And she's like, oh, you failed 4. There's 2 Thunderwolves dead. Woo, cool. And now I'll have 3 or 4 extra attacks.
Well, if she
It's
kills one, she
mental.
almost pays up.
Yeah, if she kills 1, she makes her points back.
Yeah, is poisoned? Is poison wounds on 2+?
Except for vehicles.
except for vehicles.
Except for vehicles, not just only on infantry.
Yeah.
No, except for vehicles.
Except
Some monsters.
Some monsters and stuff.
Yeah, fair game.
She wounds more talented.
Yeah, she wins more tired on 2s.
She
She's
was
horrible in it.
Gaskell. She goes up to
Oh yeah,
Gaskell
Money
and just
Gaskell
goes...
on 2s.
She goes up to Gaskell and she
And
just
that's
might as well
not
not roll.
rerolls, so she attacks him and gets more attacks. It's not rerolls. She gets it again. She gets Mortarion.
Yeah, it's not like you can turn her rerolls off. She got no rerolls. She goes 8 on 2s, 20 on 2s, and then I'll have extra attacks for everyone you save. Or...
Well, it's hilarious, but she goes up to Gaskell and just goes, take 4 wins.
Yeah.
Just take 4 wins. Just immediately.
There's 30 wins. It's more insane when she goes into things like Magnus. She's like, oh, hello, 500 point Primarch. Take 9, even 3 up invuln. She's like, take 9. You're like, I fell 3. That's 6 wounds. You're 3rd dead, and then I'll have another 6 attacks because you passed your invuln. And she goes, oh, okay. Basically, I've got 5 through overall. You take a 10. She over half kills a 500 point Primarch, and she's 60 points.
I'm just wondering what
That is, but she's really good, right?
Oh, there you go. The Discord
She's
is back,
really,
by the way.
really good for her points, guys.
The Discord stream is back.
Yeah.
Because I can see it's disconnected.
Yeah,
It's
was
mental. So basically, you've got her. Then I've got a unit of 5 witches. They're the troops in that detachment. And the 5 witches, they're just normal 5 witches just to play the mission again with OBSEC. But I've put an agonizer on the Hecatrix because I had my list came to 1995. I had 5 points left over. And I was like, there's nothing I can do. I can give one raid or something for 5 points. But then I was like, I could take that stupid relic thing. So I gave her an Agonizer for 5 points, and you can replace her Agonizer by using the Crucible strat in the new Caradon book, which means you can give a Hecatrix a relic, and I can give her Morvaine's Agonizer, which means she runs in there with 5 attacks, I believe, because she's the Hecatrix. And she goes, I hit you on 3s, and all I need is 1 hit, and you can't fall back.
So have you not got any Grizzly trophies then?
No.
Oh, I think that's huge.
No Grizzly trophies.
They're 5 points, right?
5 points, yeah.
You've got to get that.
I've got no Grizzly trophies. I've got no Grizzly trophies.
That's insane. Minus 2 leadership on all 7 of your vehicles.
Yeah, with
It doesn't stop.
No, not all 7, man. You
doesn't
can't do that. That's 35 points if you put it on all 7.
Yeah, but that's incredible. Like to go up to an army and go, yeah, pretty much everything is minus 2 leadership.
Yeah, the thing is,
Especially with the incubi you've got there as well.
Sorry,
the thing is, you would only put it.
Was it just said? So, Manny, what are you going to do if you get another trophy when you with your Indomitus RTT champion? can I just say one thing before you on to the next thing? When you made this list,
Yeah.
you were like, I'm just going to put all the cool stuff in there, and then I'll take stuff out when I work out how many points everything is.
Oh,
You made
yeah.
this list, and you was 145 points under.
Yeah,
You had to add more
The
stuff.
thing is, I put in everything that I wanted, including 7 raiders. 7 raiders. And then I put all the mandrakes in to play the mission, and I was like, this must be a couple 100 points over, and then I'll have to drop a raider and some stuff inside and stuff. And then I totaled it up, and it was 1845, and I was like, got 155 points. So I just got a unit of 9 Hellions in there for free. That I wasn't even expecting to have.
That's so bad.
I did the same my raid wing, and I was 250 points over.
So yeah, so basically I got that, and no, yeah, Dan, those Grizzly trophies are good.
I think that's worth 35 points.
They're good,
all day.
but the thing is, I've got the Archon. He runs in there with the Incubi and goes, "This unit definitely fight last."
Yeah, but I mean, you've got 3 units of incubi.
Oh yeah, but if you charge in with like Incubi and Drazar, you get 2 rolls. They each get to try.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's worth it. Because the thing is as well, it's not just for that. It's not just for the fact that you've got to roll on there or make them fight last. Minus 2 leadership when you're taking leadership.
But it's within 3
is
inches.
insane.
It's within 3 inches.
Yeah,
quite hard
but
to
the
do.
raiders are advancing and charging turn 1.
But that's not what you want to do with them.
anyway.
It's not what you want to do with them.
Once the stuff's out, is it?
No, the stuff wants to get out and charge. They just want to sit back and shoot. They got Dark Lances.
Yeah, D3 plus 3
With a
damage.
reroll to hit. D3 plus 3 damage.
Because they could be soaking up Overwatch and tying stuff up and...
Yeah.
Oh man,
That
I'd
was
be
so-
chucking them in there with minus 2 leadership. God,
The thing
that'd be
is,
horrible for people.
it's hard to drop stuff out of that list. You've got to
Because
like
then-
unoptimize it to take this stuff.
Because then, depending on what you're fighting, you could take that secondary, where you get a point for every model that flees.
Oh yeah.
Imagine playing it like a guardsman army.
Well, I think the point is that you should be going into things and just wiping them rather than making them fail. Is that the point of this
What if
list?
you play
It's really
Warrior
good at
Horde?
just overkilling stuff.
Which one? What?
Play
Sorry.
Necron Warrior Horde,
Necromoria Horde, yeah.
and then go, that's max 15 points for me. Minus 2 leadership, and then go in and kill like...
1.
Yeah, you don't kill them one. Like a unit of incubi. Like that.
No, that's.
But would it though? Like a unit of Incubi going and kill
the
8
suc- well,
or something like that, right?
As rules
then
is, the
minus 2
succubus
leadership.
goes in and kills them.
But they're minus 8 anyway. What difference does it make?
Well, they run on a... Because they're passing a 1
Well,
on 2.
those are CPs anyway.
It goes from passing for a 1 in 3 chance to a 1 in 6 chance.
It's true. It's true. It's true. The thing is, the fight lasting is big for the fight lasting.
Yeah, it's huge.
I think it's really big for the fight lasting. It's just there's not much room to drop things. Like you start unoptimizing your list to put them in. I was thinking maybe what you could do is, because you've got that. Originally, what I was going to do is the only thing you can really fiddle about with is that succubus. You can make a not a master succubus. And just have her at 60 points, and then you can have 3 Grizzly trophies. But then I was like, but then you lose. Yeah, exactly. But that was like, it's too big.
I think it's one of those things where if you can't give them all Grizzly trophies, just don't give any of them Grizzly trophies. I think that's probably the thing, right?
That's what I did, because I was like, unless you give it to all of them, you can't. I was going to put it on 3, and I was just going to put it on the 3 that have got Incubi in them. But then people just target those 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
you'll never get them.
Exactly. I think it's only worth it if you can put it on all of them, which I just couldn't do.
It changes. I think it just having the 3 changes the way you play that army. because you can just be like, oh, I've got to play a bit more cagey with these 3 raiders because they come with
Yeah.
trophies. Whereas now, if you had all of them with them on, you could just be aggressive all of them. You don't care if you lose any; they're all identical.
That's the
but
thing.
because you've got none on them, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can take Grizzly Trophy, but I genuinely agree with Dan. If you don't take 7, there's no point taking them. Like, if you don't take it on every raider you've got, then there's no point taking them.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't get the points to put it on all of... I've got to find 35 points. That's quite hard to do in this army, man. Like, now that those Hellions are in, I don't want to get rid of them.
God, the Hellions are so good.
Yeah, they give me so many options. And I wasn't even going to have them. I was like, if I managed to fit them in as a bonus, cool. But after I wrote the whole list and I had everything in there that I wanted to, like, play the mission properly, I was like, oh, yeah, this is definitely already over points. And I was like, no, that list feels like... It's like 2,300 points. The list feels like it's 2,300 points, but
It probably should be.
Waz says that he can't wait for AdMech. Said you thought Drukhari were bonkers. The AdMech rumours suggest that even more ridiculous.
Yeah, it's power creep, isn't it? Obviously, the next codex will be better, and then the next codex
It's fine
will be
though,
better.
because I don't know if you can see on the shelf, we've got AdMech.
Yeah, we've got AdMech. Oh, yeah. AdMech's been painted up and stuff. They're going to be on a battle report. We're going to film a battle report this week with them. Dan's Ravenwing, actually. Dan's Ravenwing are going to take on AdMech, so that should be really cool.
Yeah, that would be good because then Manny will jump on AdMech and then I'll get Dark Eldar back. I go back to my Dark Eldar then.
Whoa, I thought you liked Ravenwing?
Yeah, I love it, mate. Yeah.
That would be an interesting game though. Like new Drukhari versus new AdMech, because that's going to be the big. The big
Oh yeah,
hitters
well,
of this
obviously
edition so far,
we
right?
try and do that, right? Every time,
Yeah.
whenever a codex comes out, we try to play it against the last codex, the last new codex that came out. And yeah, so basically, I've got those witches in there, and the important thing is, I then have another raider. You know, that's the only unoptimized thing about my army.
One random.
Is I have one raider that's not Blackheart. That's the only unoptimized thing.
What do you replace it with?
No, because I can't have a 7th slot in my. I can't have a 7th transport in the Blackheart. I only have 6 units in there maximum because of the blades for hire are all elites. Mandrakes are elites, but my other blades for hire are elites as well. So that's the only unoptimized thing is that
They're
in
free
there.
patrols. Could you?
Free patrols.
Could you make one of the witches Blackheart and then put the raider in?
No, because I still have to have a troop in that detachment. There's only one witch squad.
Oh, you got the one witch squad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
There's
I was
one
gonna
witch.
say,
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you had 2.
That's it. So there's one witch squad of 5, and like I said, they're just there to play the mission, but also they've got that relic. That relic's bonkers, man. Could you just imagine running into like 3 broadsides from behind a wall or something, and then going, right, I've got 1 hit on you. You can't fall back. And you don't have the have the vehicle keyword or anything, so you can't shoot into combat or anything either. Imagine that. How horrible would that be?
Because normally you get around it with Carrion, right? But now
Yeah.
nope.
It's mad, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of like all the armies that we've currently played in the last
Can you
like, few
imagine,
months and how
That's
ridiculous
sick,
she is
there's a
against
smaller base
all
than
of
a
the
flat
stuff.
one.
Because I'm just trying to think like Sisters, she just goes into the Repentia and just murders them all.
Oh, the succubus.
Your succubus. She goes in and murders everything in a unit of Repentia.
Yep.
The only thing I think she'd struggle with maybe is a big unit of warriors. It's the only thing that she's probably not great against.
I think she'd do really well into
Well,
them,
she'll
you know?
she'll kill like 10.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah, but that's amazing,
good,
right?
But they'll get back up,
It's
right?
amazing,
Usually,
man.
But then-
your entire army
like
will shoot
6 will
into
get back
20
up
warriors and
immediately.
kill 6.
So she'll kill 4, which isn't great for her. But against everything else, though, she's ridiculous. Like I tell you, everything else she just decimates.
There's quite a lot of things she's good into, but then, like, obviously you got to remember if she hits a horde, she's only killing like 8-9 infantry models that are 7
Yeah,
points each
so-
or something. But even then, she makes her points back. So the thing is, she's never. I don't think she's ever going to trade down. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I think she'll
If you
always
play
trade
her
up
well,
in
if you
points.
play
Unless
her
it's
well-
done charging and she just doesn't make
Yeah. Unless I try and charge something, they overwatch and kill it.
Or you,
Like a unit of 5 scouts or something.
or you just make the charge.
Don't you just love the optimism? Like, he believes this when he says it. He's like, yeah, I'll just charge
He
and die.
believes it. I've experienced it.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, when I charge you, I'm just gonna die. So yeah, I'm fully aware. Cool. So yeah, I've got her and the witches, and then I've got a raider. Got a raider for them in there. And after that, I've got another unit of incubi. So I had 2 units of 7 incubi in the other patrol, and I've got 1 unit of 6 incubi in this one. And the reason why it's 6 is because I want them to go in a raider with a unit of Kabalite warriors. because the transport capacity is 11. So the Cabalite Warriors jump out and play the mission because they're obsec. And then you've got the 6 Incubi in the Raider that can protect them, which I think is like really cool. That's really cool. And then on top of that, I have also got a unit of 9 aliens in that detachment. And that is the whole army. But like, that's just bonkers, isn't it? The amount of units I've mentioned there is just silly.
It's like the entire codex.
Yeah, I got bored halfway through that.
I literally think the only unit you haven't got in there is basically the bikes.
Yeah, the only thing I haven't
Or,
got is Reavers, but-
300 birds.
You know, you're gonna experience
300 birds.
You're gonna
again.
experience that feeling again, Dan. Remember the beginning of 8th? When you're like, oh look, it's Inari again. It's gonna be, oh, it's Dark Elder again.
But the thing is, it happens all the time.
Yeah, and then Admech is gonna come. It's gonna be like, oh look,
look,
it's
it's
the,
Admech
it's
everywhere.
the
Yeah, that's
7
it,
Hive
man.
Tyrants again.
That's it, man.
It's gonna be the same.
Oh
story.
yeah, 7
Remember?
Hive Tyrants.
Oh, remember the
I
days?
remember.
I remember.
I was about to buy that army, and then they went roll of 3. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, man. The 7 Hive Tyrants was nasty, man. So everyone was moaning about it, but I loved it, man. I didn't see the harm in playing against that with 200 Poxwalkers.
I didn't.
alright.
I didn't care how broken it is because it was countering Inari really hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's it, because people were really moaning about the Hive Tyrants being like busted and stuff, and I was like, that's cool, man, because when they shoot and they kill like 100 cultists in one turn, I get 100 zombies, and that's not bad. So I was just cool with it, and they were countering Inari and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, man, wicked.
Was asks, he doesn't know if we've watched it, but Spider from Tabletop Tactics video on how broken Drukhari are, he based it all on the fact that Raiders are undercosted. That's
Yeah, they're undercosted, and also I think Fly is the problem, right? They kept Fly. They saw how stupid impulsors were, that they could fly over buildings and stuff, and then troops could get out and move and advance and charge and stuff, and they thought that was broken at 125 points. They took Fly away from them. Then Raiders, they think it's totally fine to have exactly the same problem with them, make them 40 points cheaper than the last broken thing that could do it, and stick a D3 plus 3 damage gun on the front.
With a reroll.
With a reroll.
And a 5-up room.
Yeah, and a 5-up. And
then
how stupid is that? How stupid is that, man?
Yeah, and it only gives you 1 point and bring it down.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the last thing that used to do the same thing that they thought was overpowered.
Yeah.
And they've done the same thing with
I think
Raiders.
they've justified it by the fact of going like, but it's only got 1 gun. Right?
Yeah.
That's probably what they did, because the impulses were...
It's one
Well, no,
lance.
Yeah, the impulses had like 20 shots on them, but they're bolters. This is a bloody lance we're talking about. And he has rerolls to hit,
and
man.
obviously you can't get out after moving.
Yeah, and
So-
but the thing is, there's no
But
tanks
you still get
anymore.
+3 to your move, and then you advance and shit.
There's no tanks anymore in the
Yeah.
game, really. They get rerolls to hit, right? That's a really powerful ability to have on vehicles,
Yeah.
and they just get it for being Black Heart. And I think it's optimal. Like, you know how they're saying, oh yeah, but it's only got 1 gun. I think it's really optimized with 1 gun because it's got a reroll to hit.
It helps that they're open top. Vic's in chat. Hello, Vic. Happy birthday, mate.
Hi Vic, how you doing, man? Happy birthday, bro.
Vic says helps that they're open topped and liquefier racks exist.
man.
That is the issue, right? They're open
Because
topped.
that's the thing, right?
Advance
So you
over
go
stuff
to a
is
wall, you go and hide behind a wall with a Raider, right?
Literally,
And then you go
particles.
20 inches over this wall and shoot 12 from there. How stupid is that? They go 20 inches over a wall and then flame 12 inches from that point. That's so stupid. So stupid. I mean, I'm using it. I'm using it because it's stupid,
It would
but
be stupid not to use it.
that's what I mean. It is a stupid thing that you can do, but if you're going to tournaments, you have to take unoptimize this,
Well,
right?
So you're not going to use it because then someone else will.
Yeah. So it's an optimized list if you're going to an event.
I mean,
but
you can
so
always
it
prove
is
a point with
stupid,
the games.
but you
And I think you're right earlier in saying like this is power creep.
yeah.
And
It
I think
happens
like,
all the time.
in where we are in the game right now, it's ridiculously powerful. But as we get further and further, when GW decide they want to give us codexes, I think we'll look back at this and go like, actually, I wish they were back, because something else will come around and be ridiculous.
That's the thing, man.
Grey Knights
It's a
will come
power
around and
creep.
be broken as hell again.
Yeah, because I've seen loads of people moaning about like how strong Drukhari are right now, and I'm like, you know what? I get it. I totally agree, man. Like, totally agree that they're stupidly good. Like, stupidly good.
Meta channel Mark in the chat makes the very good point of it's Games Workshop's fault that it's dumb, not your fault for taking it to events.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like you instead of moaning about it, I think you just got to take advantage of it and go, cool. If it's amazingly broken, then I'll take that, or I'll find a way that can half let me play against that, and then soon something will come out that'll be even worse. And it's a circle. It goes round, right? Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean. Yeah, that's all I do. I go, oh, okay, this is the best army out there right now. Let me write the most busted list I can for that and take it. Then when it gets nerfed, I'll find the next thing that make the most busted list with that.
I'm just waiting until it gets FAQ'd a week before the tournament, and Manny goes, David, do you fancy painting another army?
Yeah. Dan, do you want to play Dark Gilder?
But Dan, do you want to swap, bro? Do you want to swap? No? Well, you're swapping. That's how the conversations go here, isn't it? About
it'll be like, oh, all right, it's just that I wrote this list, and I really want to take this instead, and you'll guilt him into it.
Nah, bro.
He might guilt Dan, he won't guilt me, and Dan won't help him paint it.
I mean, it's all and good with this, but like, I'm looking forward to the York Codex.
It's nothing to do with guilt, I just don't care. Do you remember when we went to Belgium to play in that team tournament? And I was playing guard, and practiced with guard and everything.
Oh, yeah, then
and
Ash
we
was...
got there, and we travelled all the way to Belgium, and then
Ash was like, I don't feel comfortable
I got hammered the night before, so I woke up with a hangover, and then Ash went, I don't want to play Tau. I wish I was playing guard. I was like, why didn't you say? And he was like,
I thought that was
you like
amazing.
guard? So
I thought that was
yeah,
amazing.
just give me the Tau, mate, be alright.
I remember that. I bloody remember that. I remember.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh, these bases are looking sick, Si.
Yeah, they'll be nice once all the washes go down.
They're looking awesome, man.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
I like them. So yeah, basically that's how my list works. And then secondaries wise, I'll be taking Herd the Prey pretty much all the time, right? Yeah. It's just bonkers. It's like the Necron one, right? Purge the Vermin. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you can apply so much more pressure than Necrons can.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can genuinely pin people into a corner with this list in one turn. And like, if somebody goes into any of the other quarters, you can quite comfortably deal with them. Like, even if they're right in the corner of a quarter. So Purge the Vermin is perfect for this army. Then, like I say, I'll pretty much always be taking Scramblers, because I don't think anyone can stop me scoring Scramblers really with this army, can they? Yeah. So I think Scramblers is
because
perfect.
You trade really well. No one can go toe to toe and force you back.
Yeah.
Without losing.
Exactly.
The only thing that plays well into this is probably a mirror match, right?
Yeah. That's the kind of thing. Or, if there's not much terrain on a board, add Mech could wreck this, and so could Deathwatch. I think Deathwatch could have a mad good go.
Depending on how much terrain's on the board, a guard would give you a good go.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Deathwatch? This army going flying over when there's not much terrain on the board, and then Deathwatch just going, Tome of Vector-Clades, Raider. Full rerolls to wound against Raiders. Bushwhack. You'd kill like 5 Raiders in a turn, I think. Yeah. That would be insane. And then they'd go, come on, charge us, we Overwatch on 5s. Come on. So I think that kind of an army could give it a game. But that's only, I think that's if there's lack of terrain on the board, you know what I mean? Mm. Which I think a lot of tournaments are gearing in the way of putting quite a few obscuring pieces on their boards.
I think this is the thing, right? You're taking it to an RTT where we don't really know what the terrain's like, so... Mm-hmm. If it's got enough terrain to hide the Raiders, everyone's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But if it's not a lot of terrain, like if it's got a lot of terrain, like I'll be okay. Go to tournaments with my buggies because we're going to another one at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. But if it's got no terrain, I'm stuffed.
If you cannot deploy on your deployment, I will be hard pressed to tell you cannot deploy them, so they're dead.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, man. And so basically, Purge the Vermin. Purge the Vermin is perfect for me. Pretty much an auto take in every game. And then so is Scramblers. But the crazy thing is, I literally don't have to do any work for those 2 secondaries. It's up to my opponent to stop me getting Herd the Prey. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will get Herd the Prey points really comfortably. And same with Scramblers. That just can't be stopped. So I've got 2 secondaries that I pick every game and just can't be stopped on. And then it's just the third one. And I don't know what I would do for the third one, if I'm being totally honest with you, because I think I would want my opponent to bring something for me to kill, really. Because I can do While We Stand, We Fight, but it's Hellions and the 2 7-man Incubi squads.
You want to send out
those are my While We Stands. But one thing it's actually quite good at when later on in the game, like turns 1 and 2, your opponent might kill more units than you. But turns 3+, I think after they've lost a few things, I don't think they'll kill as many units as you, if you know what I mean. So you could grind them down and just get it for like 3 turns, and that's 9 points solid.
Yeah.
So I think those are perfect ones to do.
Well, I mean, like depending on what your opponent brings, like Bring It Down is always a good one for you because you've got 7 raiders.
Sorry?
Bring It Down could be a really good one for you because you've got 7 raiders.
Bring It Down would be wicked.
Yeah, so that's always but then that's army dependent, right? So you just take that one if they've got a lot of vehicles.
Oh, she looks wicked, yeah. Is that the succubus?
Yeah, she shouldn't be on a 25 mil, should she?
Should we put her on a 32?
I mean, she comes on a 25 mil.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she does come with a 25.
Oh my
I
God.
think she should be on a 32 personally.
She bloody should, shouldn't she?
Yeah,
Oh
because
my
she's the
God,
same.
look at that.
But she came out
Careful,
before.
because she's still drying as plastic.
She barely balances, look.
She did come out before 32 mil.
Oh no, she does balance really well.
She's very
She's very light.
No, Simon, that's a new pack.
That's a new pack. The new succubus.
Oh no, it has Warhammer 40,000 logo on it, the old logo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure she's Knowles.
But
Yeah, but she looks wicked, innit?
What space does Lilith come on? Does she come on a 32?
Oh man, I can't get this guy to stick.
The instructions look like 32, don't they?
Oh yes, they do. Yes, they
Yeah, that's in terms of
what can
level
you
of
say?
do. Okay, well that's fine. If she comes on this, then I've got to use her on this, right? That's
Yeah, she comes on this. Yeah.
This flayed one is bow-legged.
Oh, she's even got a whip.
Yeah, she has.
That's my relic. That is.
She's got a whip and a spear.
She's got a, what's it called?
A glaive.
Whip.
A whip.
Whip.
Oh, whip.
How cool is she though, man? Look at her, guys. She's so cool, isn't it? Such a cool model.
It's the thing is though, as much as we're saying how broken they are, it's gonna be a beautiful army on the table. It's gonna be a cool looking.
It's gonna look really.
It's actually
cool.
gonna look.
It's just
really
because it's
dark over.
just 7 raiders. That's what's deployed. It's like proper raiding party.
See, you broke the fingers.
It's gonna look so cool on the
Quite a
board.
few.
That flayed one can suck a dick.
And it's the thing is, the reason why it's gonna look nice on the board, guys, is David painting it, not me. David's painting it. That's why it's gonna look good.
I don't want to paint it.
The Raiders are pretty good, don't they? David took his airbrush to the Raiders today, and they look wicked, I think.
Tomorrow I'm gonna finish painting the,
Look at that.
the army pro.
That's what ghouls should look like.
He did.
He did.
He did. Oh, he did.
The funny part is I can see more plastic glue than the actual plastic. That's how you know money.
Yeah, that's what they should look like, isn't it? That's pretty cool. That's really cool compared to the. Yeah, look. That's why I kept the one, because I thought people would have a problem because the Urgul, but then you get the Urgul out and you're like, there you go, Urgul's only that big.
Yeah,
Exactly the same way.
Yeah, he's just like reaching for.
But it's just a new model and looks cool, right?
Says Manny just needs a golden tray and a small boy to carry his army around behind him at events now.
And that's what Simon's for.
That's
Well,
what
he's-
It's the only reason I'm allowed to go to the event at the end of the month.
Like, come on, Si.
Money, would you like a drink?
No, yeah, man. I think it's gonna be good.
kind of like that side going around with like a bottle of water on his back like the water boy.
Oh no, remember?
I'm gonna
with
be
a straw on it.
I'm gonna be like a model caddy. I'll be holding his dice for you.
Dan, I would check your history. You remember the old Tomb Raider game when you had the old guy with the
Oh yeah.
You locked him in the cupboard.
Lock him in the fridge. Yeah.
That sounds
That'll be
weird.
Simon.
Yes, I've been in the
Lock him in the
basement.
fridge,
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be like a caddy. Do you know? I walk behind you and you just like, I need 4 dice, Simon. Like,
Can I have the Team Poland, Team
Oh my
England,
God.
Team Wales, and Team Scotland die?
Find them, Si. Find them. Oh man, but no, yeah. I think the thing is, it's not auto win by any means. I mean,
Envy says he doesn't want to see me in an apron and
lose.
suspenders. Well, that's your loss. Just gonna say.
the thing is, I could turn up to this tournament. There could be no terrain. I'd go second against that Beckham line and go, hey,
Or you could go to this tournament.
smoked.
Or
You just got blazed.
Or you can go to this tournament and 10 other players turn up with Drakari as well.
yeah, exactly.
Which can also happen.
I just can't wait until like someone like innocent comes in and is like, oh yeah, local RTT, yeah. He brings out his Tyrannid list and money goes. It's like,
I think you'll find I'd give them such a great game. I'd be like, yeah, mate, I got my fluffy raiding party too, man. All of it's in Raiders and see, you know what I mean?
yeah,
They'd
but
be
you come out and your car is keyed on the card.
Can you imagine, like, oh, you seem pretty good at the game, and Manny's like, oh yeah, I'm current number
noob,
one
I'm a
in the
noob.
world.
Number one.
Yeah,
but
I'm okay.
I'm just a noob, guys.
Oh god.
It's like 50 quid and I can write your list.
First RTT. But no, man, it should be good for us.
While says, I'm going to tell him to present Manny with a bottle of whiskey before game 1.
Oh yeah, just get him drunk on the day.
That's the way to do it.
Money,
You know, it actually works surprisingly well, man. I have you know, at the 8 Nations last year, I used a Tau. I was using Tau, and I got the highest points out of anyone there, and I forgot to add my kill points on because I was that drunk. And I got 99 out of 100. Over 5 games.
Throwing buckets of dice with 9 broadsides must have been just hell.
Exactly,
for you.
it was horrible.
Just absolutely
It was
awful
horrible.
for
It
you.
was so tactically hard to play.
Or I remember in Hellstorm when you walked up in the middle of the table and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and it's like, oh mate, it's all true, and suddenly you're like,
Oh yeah, man! You know that was mad. I turned up to the Hellstorm tournament with my 9 broadsides, and I was like, "Oh my god, these boards are covered in ruins.
Yeah,
I am so screwed." And then everyone was like,
Aqueduct terrain.
"Yeah," and then everyone was like, "Oh, it's cool. It's all true line of sight." And I was like, I can see through every bloody ruin there. I was like, "Oh my god, let's do this!" That was insane. I was like, bushwhack! Bushwhack!
That was
But
a
no,
fun
man.
list to play against.
It was cool.
So
I got all my
so-
Urgles built. Got 4 Urgles. How you doing, Dan? How many mods you got?
No, I've done 1.5 flayed ones and given up.
No, that's less than last time. No.
You know, Chronomancer is actually quite annoying to
Super
build.
glue is crap.
So Sylvester of Terror says,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
imagine turning up with Tau hoping for best, then face Manny and that list
I'm
just
done.
destroys you.
I need to start cutting them now.
I've done mine.
And Waz
So
says
we're
he wants to
looking for
see
you
how
then.
many people unfriend Manny on Facebook after he plays that list next weekend.
Oh, well, guys,
Dan will be one
I
of
have
them.
you. I have you know.
I haven't
Everybody.
been his friend for a long
I was
time.
gonna say, you'd have to be friends on Facebook first.
I'm contractually obliged to spend time with him.
He's literally only tolerating being on the stream because Manny made him talk about his Raven.
Yeah,
Wing.
well,
You can tell from how excited and how in depth he went into his list, right?
see, that's what I do. I come here and I'm like, oh, Dan, I've got so much painting to do for the tournaments, and can you record with money? He's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly
man.
what happens.
Have you know,
it's like,
guys?
I was actually looking forward to playing a game.
Everybody
Like, before it came
thinks-
for the first time in HD the other day, and Manny goes, I'll play it. And I went, I won't play for a while then.
That was the best thing. That was. He was like, "Oh, it's going to be a great game against Dan Zelda." And I was like, "Oh, step in, eh? Ooh, let's see if we can get stupidly lucky, shall we?"
Thoroughly enjoy snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, if anyone can, definitely.
And that's it. You know what, guys? Everybody said this about the last thing. You just got to be a nice guy. You just got to go to tournaments. You got to play. You just got to have seriously. You just got to have a laugh with your opponent. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah,
So many people thought they'd get unfriended with
If I
so
rolled
many
that
different
sixes,
lists.
I'd laugh a lot. So.
If I see money at tournament, I'll be like, oh, cool. And then he would pull out all the Dracula, I would have a laugh.
You got this,
Well, it's
you
either
got
you
this-
laugh or you cry, so it's one of the other, really.
You got
The thing
this
is,
thing,
I'm
right?
excited to
You
play
might
Manny
lose
this.
friends. You might lose friends using like bonkers lists and stuff. But I have you know, I took the most obnoxious list to last year's LVO, and I gained so many friends. I made so many friends that tournament. That was the worst
Because
list.
Americans are weird.
That was the worst
They
list.
enjoy punishment.
Man, that was horrible.
It's because you're British, mate. If you were from any other country.
You know that I think that was genuinely the most overpowered list I've ever used.
Oh,
ever.
The Imperial Fist.
Ever, yeah, the Imperial Fist.
Oh,
We're just
the
like,
whirlwinds
oh, I'm
and
so
the
sorry,
Thunderfighters.
mate. You've lost all 3 knights turn 1. I'm so sorry. That was literally the conversation we had. 3 knights dead in a turn, man. When a whirlwind takes 18 wounds off a knight, there's something wrong with the game. Do you know what I mean? 18 wounds off an Imperial
When
knight.
Succubus has...
The Succubus just goes up and just says 10 words.
Yeah, Succubus for 75 points walks up. 20 wounds.
Yeah, it's
20
horrible, man.
wounds.
Horrible. But that's the thing, man. I mean, it's just... It doesn't matter what army you bring. It's all about... Obviously, it's all about trying your best to win the game, but also having a laugh. Right? The thing, I always say this, man. Everybody is at a tournament to win. You're at a tournament to win, but if you're not having a laugh with your opponent while you're playing the game, There's no point playing. There's no point playing a game of toy soldiers, right? You're playing a game of toy soldiers.
Envy says, well, when you roll 24 hits and 24 wounds, that happens.
The Wyvern of Doom. That Wyvern was insane. Crumble Bumble remembers that. Crumble Bumble will always remember
someone
that.
playing money, having a laugh and smiling, and halfway through the game being in a state of I'll punch you in the face if you roll another 6.
Oh man, that's it. So many people thought that my dice were dodgy that I had to not take any dice to that tournament, and I used my opponent's dice.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, it's pre-COVID.
Different times.
Different times. I just turned up to an event
Henry
without
says,
any dice, and I used my opponent's dice for all 5 games, and I did that with Crumble Bumble's dice. And his instant response was, "Stop using my bloody dice." I was like, "Yeah, that's it. It's not the dice, it's me."
And Envy says Crumble tells him that story at every event he's seen.
Yeah, he loves telling that story. It's wicked. I was like, "Oh man, I've properly lost this game, innit?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Man, well played, bro." And I was like, "I'll just shoot this Wyvern at this unit of grotesque for the shits." 24 wounds. Whoa! Wounded on 5s.
Yeah, excuse me.
All wound. Yeah, and he was just
the
like,
thing is,
so
no one
shocked.
would believe you. But there was a crowd of people
But there's a crowd.
gathered around watching them, and everyone was like,
I've witnessed this.
"Ah!"
Yeah, it was the most insane thing. He was like, "How many shots?" I was like, 4 6s, 24 shots. And he was like, okay. I was like, hitting on 4s, all hit. And he was like, what the hell, man? And people were gathered around like, what is going on? Like, wounded on 5s with rerolls, all wound, 24 out of 24. It was the most... And then, it's not the worst, because he only passed, like, 4 saves. 4 up inwards, and he only passed, like, 4. It was, like, 20 damage, and I was like, oh, you just killed a unit of, like, 7 grotesques. Wicked. I've actually won. It was the stupidest thing you've ever seen in your life.
That's the point where I suppose if you would have punched him in the face, it must be like, the ref would be like, he kind of had that coming.
Yeah, it's when we looked at the averages after, we were like, so you should maybe kill a grotesque if you're lucky.
See,
And I was like,
my
well.
favourite story is the team tournament, and the guy was going to talk to his team leader, and he says like, "Oh, I've been told you're going to make all 3 of these
that
charges."
was the ETC, man.
Yeah, that's my
That
favourite
was
story.
the
It's
ETC.
dumbass, look.
He gave me two 12-inch charges, and he was like, he was like, yeah, cool, you got 12-inch charges to there. And basically, if I failed these charges, I've lost the game. He's got Grey Knight and Sisters armed to the teeth with guns against 130 birds with 6 up saves. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, if I don't make these 2 12-inch charges, I'm dead. So let's just go. I spoke to Josh about it, and I was like, mate, I can either play safe and get like 2 points, or I can go for this and see which way it swings. And he was like, well, yeah, go for it if there's only 2 points in it. So I was like, yeah, cool. So I just went straight to the middle of the board. I was like, I'll make these. And then he was all comfortable. He went away. He was talking to his coach, and he come back, and then he was like, yeah, I've been told you're going to make these charges. And I was like, yeah, I am. And then he was like, yeah, go for it. And then I made the 11-inch charge, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, he was just straight-faced, and he was like, yeah, I was told that you'd do that. And I just rolled the 12 as well. And then I was like, 12, yeah. And it was just the weird. The thing is, at the end of that game, he would have still won like 13-7, but he had, this was old Yunari, guys. He had 4 units of 5 Grey Knights and Celestine at the end of the game, and I had my 5 Spirits Ears left. Nothing else. 5 Spirits Ears and 3 Flock. And it was like, I was like, oh, that's game over. I was like,
stood next to the table while he did this.
oh yeah. Dan, it was you and Harrison, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dan and Harrison were stood at the side of the table, and I was like, okay, so I've got 5 characters. I'm basically going to kill 5 or 6 Grey Knights with Smite, and then I'm going to get tabled. So he's going to win. And then all of a sudden, I just went, big Smite, 5. Oh, your whole squad's dead. Now the next Spirit Seal will Soul Burst. Smite, big one, 5 dead. And I did that 4 casts in a row. All 4 Grey Knight squads died. And then I got a big Smite with the last one and took 6 wounds off Celestine, put it down to 1 wound, and the 3 Flock went in and killed her. And I tabled him. And I was like, no, wait. I rolled an 11 plus 5 in a row, and then I rolled a 5 or 6 on all 5 damages. It was the most horrendous. And him and Harrison were stood there laughing. They're just laughing. They were just laughing. And fair play, this guy just was laughing as well.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What
wow,
else
this
can you
is
do?
insane.
I mean, the funny part is, I've been here for a few months, and whenever Money says, no way, I'm already so sick of it. Because Money goes, no way,
What was the
I'm
guy who accidentally killed something of yours, which caused you to
Oh
win?
yeah,
with
that happened at the same
card?
event as well.
As well, 10 points.
His whole strategy, so he talked to his captain, his whole strategy was to fly back backwards 3 turns in a row. He had 5 Storm Ravens, and they nerfed the Incarn on the day. So I was like proper nervous about how I'm going to play it, because he could come back from a unit that died to morale. The Incarn would pop up on the board, but on the morning of the ETC, if they'd done it beforehand, fine. But on the morning of the ETC, they called a captain's meeting and they said the Incarn cannot appear from morale deaths. It's only if a unit dies. And I was like, oh my god, like, what do I do? And then this guy was like, yeah, his whole plan was move backwards with his Storm Ravens to the back of the board for 3 turns. After that, Incarn's not on the board, he's dead. So I was like, oh damn. So it come to the end of my turn 3, and he's already had 3 turns, and I was like, okay, this is it now. The only unit that could get to his side of the board was a Beastmaster on a hoverboard. So this Beastmaster advanced right over with his +2 move drug, and he charged the Storm Raven, and he was like, okay, I'm going to Overwatch. And I was like, yeah, cool, man, cool, okay. And then he Overwatched, and he failed to kill me. I had like 2 wounds left, and he got to the last gun, which was his multi-melter, and he hit, and he failed to wound on a 2+, and in my heart I was thinking, oh no. And then he was like, I'm going to CP that, and I was like, okay, cool. And he was like 2, and I was like, oh, okay, yep, dead, Incarn, both. And he was like, no! Because he just wasted 3 turns of shooting, not a single gun, so I can have the Incarn. And then he just messed up, and I was like, Incarn, heroically intervene, 2 Storm Ravens dead. And he was like, and I was like, holy shit, man. I was like, you almost played the perfect game. You almost played the perfect game.
You were like, no Buxy.
No. Some stupid stuff has happened to me at the ETC. It's unreal. Crazy. So but yeah, hopefully the Drakari will bring even more bonkers luck.
Yeah. Well, Ross says that can't wait for the elite tourneys. The all elite tourneys in July. It's going to be amazing and a real good laugh. And there'll be 32 of the most obscene lists you will ever seen.
Have you seen them, man? Every event we do here just turns into a complete Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Pretty much every event we do here.
Our last big event that we did, our last 32 2-day we did before second lockdown was ridiculous. Like, we looked at the people's lists that had joined, and we were like, whoa, okay, no one is holding back on this one. Good.
I'm really looking forward to the Northern Warlords tournament that's being hosted here, because we're playing in that, and that is the biggest Shark Tank I've seen in the event so far. That's just a horrible,
that's the one playing in a tournament here.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
And with potential beers.
Going to a tournament, getting absolutely smashed and being able to stumble home to my own bed.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it.
Just round the corner.
Back home and just leave the army there.
Oh, man. It is going to be so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, when we stumble home, we can put up the thing on the floor and don't even leave.
That's true.
Drink
all night. Pass out on the stairs. Just come back in the morning. And
just get up in the middle of the night, go to pause for a pint.
Do you want to walk in on a naked Dan in a gaming call?
To be fair, we've been in lockdown. I'm still expecting that every so often. So
the thing is, that will happen at some point. That will happen at some point. But no, yeah, that's basically that's the list that we're taking to this RTT. If you want to hear about the next RTT, it's called the Drop Pod RTT, and it will happen the weekend after this one. And that one, me, David and Simon are going to. So if you want to hear the list that David and Simon are taking to that one, I'll be taking Drakari.
Yeah, we're taking Drakari.
If you want to hear what David and Si are taking to that one, then tune in next week for another.
Well, you're going to win this one, and then the TOs the week after are going to watch you walk through the door and go,
You have to win it now, though. You've taken this list. You better bloody win it.
It's gonna be quite hard, because we're in pods of 6. So I have no control over the other 3 pods.
It's gonna be me
and how well people score. We're in pods of 6 at this tournament.
Yeah, because they think rule of 6 means that.
Yeah, they think rule of 6 means you can only ever meet with those 6 people.
God.
So we're in pods of 6. So that means. Basically, what I need to do is I need to turn up the event and be like, we play together, so we can't be in the same pod. And then you need to make sure that other people don't score any points.
I could do that, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
so we need, so if it's 3 pods, we need to say to them, well, me, you, and David can't be in the same.
Yeah, basically you just ask to not be in the same pod because we play each other week in, week out. And usually
do
TOs have no problem
because in
with that.
BCP, if you put your team, they try not to
Yeah,
match it
exactly.
game one.
But because it's a little
Should be
RTT, I
fine.
don't think there's no BCP in this. It's just
There is BCP, I'm sure. There's BCP on everything usually because it's just easy.
on this
scoring.
one.
I have no idea.
I don't think it's been mentioned.
But I'm pretty confident this list can get almost max points against most things.
Pretty sure it
Yeah, I think you'll be all right.
We'll see, you know. We'll see. No, it should be quite good. I'm just looking forward to going out and playing people again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that should just be
I
good.
can't wait to play someone different.
Yeah.
It'd be so nice.
That's what
You go in and you play me, Simon, and Mike.
Well, that would be the funniest thing. Knowing Dan, though, that's what would happen to him.
Yeah,
Well,
game one,
joke's
Mike.
on you
Game
guys.
two,
I
me.
get to
Game
play
three,
someone
Simon.
different first because I'm playing Wolflord SJC next week.
Oh, yes, on next week's Thursday night
Yeah,
fight.
so I get to
That's
be
cool.
first.
You know, people are starting to get booked in. We've got Simon. No, this week we've got Dan playing David. Next week Simon's playing Wolflord. The week after Gareth's in playing one of us. He's not. Oh yes, he rolled off earlier. Made him roll a D3 against who's going to play. He's playing David's Necrons.
And I'm gonna print my Necrons are already ready, so I can actually. use
Yeah,
my
so
Necrons.
it'll be David's tournament list that he's taking to that tournament, and Gareth's list that he's taking to that tournament the Thursday before the tournament.
Yeah.
So it's like a practice game for
And
both
then
of them. So
the
that's
week,
like a
and
proper
then
tournament
next
game.
week it's my tournament list.
Yeah, next week it's your tournament list. The week after it's their tournament list, and then the week after that, for the Khan, your 100,000 points will be redeemed. And I'm going to play White Scars, and Dan's going to play Space Wolves.
Yeah.
That's good.
You get how excited he is about it.
That's going to be a wicked one,
He's
man.
leaning back and you can't see him.
That is worth so much more than 100,000 points. Why?
Forcing you to play thousands,
Why
sons,
am I going to
mate.
play Space Wolves for 100,000 points?
Dem's the rules.
What was
I mean, nothing
Dem's-
said
Dem's the
about
rules,
Spa-
bro.
Nothing mentioned Space Wolves, to be honest. It's money that wants
Yeah,
Space
well,
Wolves.
was asked when will we be putting up the next batch of RTTs?
Oh yeah, that's a
Nice.
question. Well, yeah, it's because we've got these two RTTs. Then there's a weekend break. Then there's 32 man
Yeah,
2
two
days
32-man 2 days.
after
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
that's why. But yeah, I suppose I could announce and like for the
month after.
that we'll do. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 RTTs a day,
Back to back.
back to back. So it'll be Saturday RTT, Sunday RTT,
And
on
that will
the
be
weekend.
in August, right? We've got the 2 days in June and July.
Because 7th of
Something
August
like
we
that.
go into the Hellstorm.
Yeah, so it'll be like mid-August, hopefully. I don't think anyone's planned much in August at the moment.
Yeah,
So I
well,
think
obviously
we
we need to obviously look at the other event schedules for
Yeah,
other
see what other
tournaments
people
because
do.
Yeah,
obviously
because we go to loads of events.
now that everything's opening back up, you're going to be going to more tournaments. I know you're going to be tournaments, and you're probably going to more tournaments. So
Yeah.
we'll try and organise the RTTs around those to make sure that you can be here for those ones. So that's going to be the big one. So yeah, probably August time.
So, yeah, the next ones will be in like August now, hopefully. The thing is, we could do more, but if you do it every weekend, then I think people will get tired of it
Yeah, it's
very
burnout.
quick.
They'll
If
get
you do it
burnout.
like people will
We've
burn
got
out.
so many other people's events
Here, yeah.
because they can book the hall downstairs.
Yeah,
Where
that's
I've
the
got-
thing.
We've got so many events booked.
Because we've got the Pokemon happening, and we've got
Oh,
loads of new
yes, we've got
exciting things
Sigma,
happening.
We've got AOS,
Sigma, yeah.
AOS, yeah. So
Oh, you have a good Sigma tournament, I forgot.
Yeah, man.
yeah, we should probably mention that if you guys ever want to organise tournaments, our hall is available, our terrain is available.
Yes.
So if it is something that you want to possibly do in the future, if you speak to us here, we can help you organise.
You can
events.
pay in coin or Brewdog.
Yes,
Yeah,
Brewdog is an
except
option.
Brewdog.
Don't message me, message Dan.
Yeah, that's Dan.
A bath of Brewdog.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait
Well,
to go
we've
to that.
we
The
need to
Brewdog guys.
talk to the Brewdog guys.
Yeah, guys, the Brewdog guys commented on one of our posts, and we just got so excited.
Oh my god!
And then Dan started messaging them, and they started talking to him, and apparently they're going to run a tournament in their brewery when they
In
can.
the Brewdog Brewery.
Oh, and they said that we can go?
So
How cool is that?
So
Can you
apparently
imagine
there's a
how
load of guys
Smash
there who
Dad's
play it,
Oh,
and apparently
amazing.
they do watch our content. So
That's amazing, man.
yeah, so there was a small tear of joy in Dan's eyes as he was talking to them.
One step closer to Brewdog sponsorship.
Dan's gonna be on the news like one of those Brits who got like drunk and drowned in the pool in some hotel.
Oh,
That's
what
gonna be
what a way to go though, to drown in Brewdog.
Yeah, in an all-you-can-drink, free drinks. You know.
That's all he needs, some motivation. If they turned around and they were like, we'll sponsor you as long as you podium at every event, Dan would just be like, bang, and he'll smash the whole tournament scene for that special brew
He
dog.
would slash Manny's tires before every event and just go and like, sorry, you gotta make it.
Cole Dash says Brewdog RTT, the greatest tournament you'll never remember. I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I don't wake up on the Saturday morning and then wake up on Monday morning at home.
that would genuinely turn up at 7 a.m. and go, "Can I have a pint?" And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah, you can't waste any time if you're at the Brewdog Brewery.
Yeah, that will be so much fun.
Yeah, and
That will actually, if we get to go to that, that'll be so much fun.
that would be
because
really
you've seen
fun.
their experimental ones, right? The brewery ones.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You could bring Truff, Scream Dog.
Yeah, get
No.
Truff drunk.
What do you mean it'll be fun?
What?
What? It's called,
You staying here, boy?
Oh, I'm going. You don't drink. You're completely wasted on me. Absolutely.
Oh, I
wasted.
suppose you don't even drink, so it doesn't
Nope.
matter.
Oh,
No, I would
I
literally-
totally forgot about that.
I would literally go and be like, oh, well, I guess
You
I'm
haven't
driving
done
everyone
that,
back. Cool.
Go. This was fun.
Yeah, Brewdog's experimental stuff's called Overworks, and they come up with some, like, sometimes it's horrible stuff.
Oh,
They
really?
just throw stuff together. And
Well,
go,
I tried
let's have a
the.
look.
I tried.
I
the
suppose,
sour
yeah, they
and
just want to
flavors
make
vinegar.
different flavours now, don't they?
But if you're
Good
drunk,
point,
who cares,
it's a good
right?
point.
You're not going to remember
Yeah, at
what it
some
is.
point you don't really care what it tastes like.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Right, the other thing I want to say is, does anybody have any questions about maybe Ravenwing or Drakari just before we leave now? We'll give you a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes if you want to ask any questions. And then after that, we will see you next week, right? So, yeah, just give them a couple of minutes and see
How
if
many,
anybody's got any questions.
How many Urgul did you build?
I'll build all the Urgles.
Well, you need to build 4, so and they're like 3-piece models.
Sounds better if I say I built all the Urgles.
Have you built all your
Flith. No, I'm doing them now.
Yeah, you haven't even started.
Flith. Oh, I have actually.
You just
okay.
about
I
opened the
unboxed them. All right.
Yeah, go around the box.
How
Yeah.
many Flaydons have you finished?
Yeah, I built them all. Built them all.
He's like, I'll give him back 1.5 because super glue's terrible. Passes him the plastic glue. Yeah, done nothing.
Well, it's because the super
I,
glue's ruined it.
So it's between me and David who was the most productive this
He
time.
looks so hurt right
I've,
now, guys. If you can see
I
him.
painted 3 bases.
I've done
I did
10
3 bases.
mandrakes and a succubus.
Yeah, I did 3 bases. So
Oh, you built
We've
all
been
10
active.
mandrakes?
Yeah,
of course it is.
succubus.
Bloody hell, man.
Halfway through the stream.
You built all the mandrakes and halfway through the stream and you didn't open any incubi.
Nope.
I'm so disappointed.
Sure.
he said he did all the mandrakes.
I'm
All he's
so
done is he's
disappointed.
cut them off and trimmed them and glued them straight down because they're 1-piece kits, aren't they?
No, they're 2-piece kits.
They're 2
Get it right, son.
Oh, sorry,
They're
yeah,
2-piece
God.
Get it right.
But they are fine casts, so.
Oh,
You
was
can have
asked,
it.
what have we got on list review tomorrow?
Oh, list review tomorrow is David's Necrons. His Necron list that he's using at that tournament.
Yeah.
So before you see his thoughts behind what he's taking next Monday, you can see me attempting to break his list down and
I mean, it's not very
say how I
complicated.
think it works tomorrow. So yeah, that's what you get tomorrow. You get roster review with that. Then on Thursday, obviously it's Ravenwing week this week. So Thursday night fight will be Dan's Ravenwing army just spoke about against David's Custodes. Fast moving bikes versus fast moving bikes. Obsec versus Obsec. 4-up invents versus 4-up invents. It should be cool to see what happens there, man. It'll be a wicked game. And then the battle report is Dan's White Scars, and I'm playing the Ravenwing on the battle report that goes up this Friday. And then the weekend is a slightly different content because I got asked to do a few things. So somebody requested Harlequin's pivotal roles top 3. So that's happening this weekend. And also Captain Commanders. People wanted to know which Captain Commanders are worth taking other than just that
Indomitable
plus
Constitution.
2 wounds one. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk through Captain Commander traits, which ones are the best ones. for,
Basically 9 wounds, but sometimes you can take.
Yeah, basically 9 wounds, but sometimes you can take other ones. So it's not Warlord traits or relics. It's the Captain Commander traits that you can get. And some of them are pretty funky, man. But I'll cover what Warlord traits and relics you should take with that Captain Commander trait to make him like the most optimal.
Basically 9 wounds.
And that is the content for this week.
Yep, and that's it. We've got
Right
people
then.
saying night. So Waz is off.
Awesome.
Sylvester wishes us well in tournaments. So thank you very much.
Thanks,
Really
mate.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
We will do our best. and then Manu will beat us. But
Well, come on, man. I'll also do my best. I'll also try my best.
I was schooling with Necrons.
Yes, that's the spirit over there. Silly boy.
Yeah, you might get food poisoning.
Silly boy.
I got buggies.
Buggies.
Man, remember, I'm driving you to the tournament. If you don't want to walk back, I mean, it's not far away.
Bro, it's like 15 minutes from my house. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll happily smash you and walk home.
Just literally like the mic drops like a dice drop. It just walks out. Gets
There you go, son. I'll see you at home in 20 minutes.
That's gonna cross the street.
And that's it. And thank you everybody for watching. I guess.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks very much for
guys.
watching, guys. And we will see you on Thursday for Thursday Night Play.
I guess.